All right, welcome back to the Hundreds Report. This is the April edition. Thank you for everybody that gave me feedback from the last report. I went ahead and expanded it so we'll track 100 to 200,000 feet, kind of open up the size range a little bit, knowing that that is a great bellwether for the overall health of the market. So, in this report, we have LA, OC, and IE. We cover for lease, sublease, and for sale. You might be surprised that LA County has just as many spaces, even a tad bit more available in this size range than the Inland Empire, which might shock a lot, but LA County is a very large county. For sublease, doing the math for all three counties on the discount, subleases are 19 to 21% less than direct deals. Perhaps not surprising, but it's always good to think through with a sublease how much of a discount you may have to give or what is reasonable or appropriate pricing for them, depending on term and size and credit and all the usual things like tenant improvements that might be necessary. But it's always good to track that ratio to see if it's getting out of whack or if subleases at a greater discount or at a smaller discount. And then for sale, there's 18 to 25 buildings in every county for sale that range largely in like 30 million bucks, like 30 to 40, 25 to 35. So if you're an institutional investor and you're looking to place 25 to 45 million dollars, there is at least 45 options you should be looking at. Of course, they're all different. Between like a class A, B, and C, institutional, mark to market, marketed like through real capital markets, or just like not marketed very well, kind of candidly, depending on which building it is and which listing. And then something that was kind of improvement of how do we make things better was collaborating with Greg Hanoian at Raymond West and putting together a sizing guide for 3PLs and for tenants and users, just to think through in 100 to 200,000 feet, you have largely 30, 32, and 36 foot clear buildings. So knowing the pallet position size difference to know if you took 150,000 feet at 30 foot clear versus 100,000 feet at 36 foot clear, what's the value proposition there? And what's your price per pallet? What's your pallet count total? And then what might equipment pricing be per unit or price of any sprinkler upgrades, and which buildings might work best for which uses in which markets. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. Happy to share with you. Give me a shout out if you want a copy and happy to connect. Have a great one.